Hey everybody, welcome back to the Professor Dugout. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Um, with it being Sunday, normally I do a mail day, but not this week because this is the week of the Nationals. So let's preview what I'm going to be searching for when I go there. I usually go there for the early part. I usually am not there for the weekend. It gets a little too crazy. And Chicago is my favorite venue of their standard venues. Atlantic City, not so much. I'm looking forward to Cleveland next year too. I've never been to the Cleveland show. This will be my third Chicago show. Um, but there's stuff that I look for. I usually try to go in. One of the things I try to do is go in with a plan for what I want to try to find. It kind of makes it a little more efficient process because just with the size of the show, if you don't go in with kind of an idea of what you want to look for, you can kind of get overwhelmed pretty quickly. Usually, I don't bring a ton of supplies. I know, you can see some hint videos out there. So for starters, I usually bring you bring a 300 or 500 count box. Since I get the boombox subscriptions, I have tons of these boxes, so I usually just take one of these with me. It just gives me a little bit of extra storage space for when I'm there. And then I usually just bring a pen and paper, a small notepad like this. This makes it pretty easy. I can throw this in a backpack, which I'll usually have with me, and then I can write down notes for things that I see. And then that's particularly important, especially since I like to go on Wednesday. I'll just Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. That gives me a chance to write down where I might see some stuff that I'm looking for and interested, and allows me to still look around a little bit, especially if there's not a price that's I think is good. And I would argue that the National is especially if you go early, generally you don't get the best prices. They're usually a little bit over comps, if you want to use that term. That's what you look. That's just something to make note of. So that the pen and paper allows me to do that. But that's kind of all I take. I don't take water. Some people will take water. They'll talk about and I will say food and drinks on the show floor are outrageously overpriced. But it's just like going to like a baseball game or a football game. You're going to pay exorbitant prices for that type, for food and drinks. So not a big deal, just something to make note of. So some people talk about taking snacks and stuff like that. I don't. That doesn't bother me too much. And I stay at a hotel that's within walking distance to make my life a little bit easier too. So I can always run back to the hotel room uh, and then go back later. But here's my list of what I'm looking for this year. Similar to last year, there's a few things on here that kind of carried over that I didn't pick up last year. In particular, my top item, the 1975 Topps Robin Yount card in PSA 9. There were a couple of PSA 9s last year, but they were horribly off centered. I'm looking for a very well centered PSA 9, and then on both front and back, I'll accept a couple dinged corners. To me, centering is one of the things that makes that aesthetically pleasing. If there is a PSA 10, or an SGC 10, but there's only like combined between those two grading companies, I think there's only like a dozen or so PSA 10 SGC 10s. So I don't expect to see one of those. If I see that, that's pretty much means my card show, my national is over, because I will basically dump all my money into that one card. So, but going down further on the list, Steve Yzerman cards. Definitely looking for some good interesting Steve Yzerman cards. Stuff I don't necessarily have in my collection. Always looking for low numbered autos, low numbered parallels. If I can find some of that stuff, I will definitely grab it. Other PSA 10 Younts. One thing I'm trying to do is for every major top set, Particularly during his playing years, get a PSA 10 card, even during some of the junk wax years. Do want to get some more Molitor autograph cards, particularly with him in the Brewers uniform. Definitely looking for the 23 tribute nicknames card for Molitor because it has his nickname, the Igniter, right there, right at the top of the card. It looks really cool. I really need to. Hopefully, I can find one there since I haven't been able to pick one up yet. Barry Sanders flawless auto. Don't have one. Got a small stack of interesting Barry Sanders autograph cards, but I'm still looking for a nice low numbered to 10 or less flawless auto for him. Tony Gwynn autograph card. Definitely want it if I can find one that's looks really nice and be a good card for the collection. Basically, all these are players that I grew up with, so definitely what interests me. Boxes of cards. Basically, I'll buy a few boxes while I'm there, particularly for the silver pack promos, either through Topps or Panini. Particularly Topps. This year, their giveaway is kind of interesting in that, for the baseball boxes, there's the baseball silver packs as they've traditionally had. But for things like F1 and Bowman University, and then there was one other one which I don't remember. They'll have exclusive packs for a few other things that are non-baseball related. So that's kind of a nice little throw in. So hopefully I'll be able to grab some of that stuff fairly early on. I do need a Nolan Ryan auto just for my general baseball card collection. So that's something that I had to look for. There will be several on the show. A lot of times they're overpriced, and since I go to the early days, they tend to not budge on what they're asking. I do want to get a Quentin Byfield Future Watch auto from 2122 SP Authentic. I think he's still got a good shot. Hopefully this year we'll see lots of improvement from him. He's still pretty young, so. And if I can get a Lucas Raymond or Mo Seider at a fairly decent price, I'll do that as well. Need to get some more Joey Wiemer numbered cards, particularly from 2022 Bowman Chromes. Get some of his first. For Topps Chrome, which releases on Wednesday, he has an autograph in the checklist, so I'm definitely going to be looking for that one. I don't think his stuff will be incredibly expensive, but I think he's got some really good potential. So I'm definitely going to be looking out for his auto as well. If I see something early on, I might just grab it, even if I know I'm overpaying it. 1969. Or no, that's I think it's supposed to actually be 68 if I remember right. Raleigh Fingers rookie card. Definitely want to grab one PSA 8 or better. There's a dealer that's I think from California if I remember right that has a lot of old school PSA graded cards from the 60s. I'll probably stop by, see if they have it, and if they do, and PSA 8 or better, preferably just PSA 8. PSA 9 tends to get outrageously expensive. I'll do that. Sal Frelick numbered cards, whatever I can find. He should be coming out. Lucas Raymond numbered cards. The same goes with Mo Seider. Any low numbered Garrett Mitchell rookie cards, I would like to get that. I just bought an orange Garrett Mitchell from Topps Finest, but anything else I can get, I will do so. Anything for Jackson Chourio? Obviously, these are all prospects. A lot of these are all Brewer prospects. If I can find anything for Jackson Chourio that's low numbered and reasonably priced, his stuff has started to soften a little bit just because he hasn't been playing as well. And then Bryce Terang has autos in Topps Chrome as well. So definitely, hopefully, grab that as well. So there's my plans for the National this year. Hopefully, I can check off about a third. If it's anything like last year, if I can check off about a third to half of what I'm looking for, I'll be pretty happy. What are you going to the National? What are you looking for? Feel free to leave a comment below. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button right down there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Continue to stay safe out there. And I will see you later.